on! Come on! It's North London Derby Day. What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream. Come on, man. Come on. I'm hyped up for this one, people. Big game tonight. I just come here for a little warm-up, get a few things off my chest, interact with the community, and we'll be back tonight, people. Come on, man. Don't let us down. Handle business tonight. Go and get that Champions League spot at their ground. 49 undefeated in the background. We ain't ramping tonight, I'm telling you. But listen, big up to everyone for tuning in. Hope you are well. Man, I'm hyped up for this game. I feel like I'm playing. Let's go into Eric Dyer mode, people. Let's go into Eric Dyer mode. And, man, come on, people. Let's go. Cone Man music. All of it's running tonight, people. I'm telling you. Big up the C unit. Big up everyone on YouTube. Big up on Twitch. Tuning in. And, man, what a game tonight. It's just, yo, I'm telling you, I had to start off by just shouting. It's crazy. It's going to be mad tonight. I can't wait. And listen, we know we've had bigger games than this in the past. And, you know, we've been league title winners and this, that, the other. But as I said yesterday, people, the power of now. We're in this moment. You know, the history is the history. We live in this moment and we need to at least get a draw tonight, you know. Keep it in our hands. Keep it in our control. I know, listen, even if we lose, we're a point clear. But that's no good. I don't want to see that. Man said, I'm so hyped up, I had to make the boss my profile picture. I told you. I said it yesterday, people. We're going to war. They can't come for our manager. That's our manager tonight. Eddie's our striker tonight. I know I banter these lot, but I'll defend them proper tonight. I'm telling you that, people. Yeah, some chicken needs to get fried tonight, man. Nando's FC business. Nando's FC bit. Stand up if you hate them. Yep, say no more. We stand up, people. We have to stand up. Them, as Arteta was calling them yesterday, you know. But listen, it's the North London Derby Day. I'm hyped. I hope you're well. Hope everyone's safe. And I'm looking forward to this game tonight. I really am. I can't wait. And just think, by 10 o'clock tonight, we could be in the Champions League. We could also be hitting the panic button as well if things go wrong. Yeah, they ain't been warned yet, but boy, they're gonna learn today. Let me tell you, they're gonna learn today. Buenos Aires Guna said, "Let's end their season while we claim Champions League football in their own backyard in front of fans for the first time." Come on, man, let's go. Xhaka's our captain. Bro, I'm telling you, when we go to war, we back our troops. We back the team, all of them. Whether you rate them, don't rate them, the manager, all of them. Tonight, that's my manager. Tonight, Eddie's my striker. Tonight, Xhaka's my captain, our captain. Yeah, we're going to war with Tottenham tonight. I can't wait. Let's hope it goes well. But big up yourselves. We've got a few stories to go through. We're going to go through team news, our team, Tottenham's team, what you would go with. And then we'll get out of here. It'll be a short and sharp show today. Make sure you're back tonight. I've put the stream out there already. 5 to 7 we're going live. So 50 minutes before kickoff. Because I have to edit the lineups and all of that on the green screen. It takes me 5 to 10 minutes. So we'll be live at 5 to 7. 7:45 kickoff. Make sure you are ready, people. Arsenal soldiers, I'm telling you. I'm not getting my hopes up. Listen, I respect it, people. I respect it. You know, I did a member stream yesterday. Big up to everyone who came on. It was a brilliant member stream. And most of the people in the stream, confidence was high. People were saying, we'll go there, we can beat them. And then there was a few people there saying, listen, we haven't won there for a long time. I don't think we're going to win. So I understand it. There is mixed feelings about this game. Gareth said, do you think we'll match their formation like we did against Chelsea? I personally wouldn't do that. And we're going to talk about that later on, actually. But I wouldn't match their formation. And I will tell you why later. I think we should stick to our game plan rather than trying to match them. I understand when you do that against Liverpool, Manchester City. Them teams are far better than us. I actually don't think we should play three at the back against Tottenham. I would actually play 4 and go with what's worked for us. Sean said you're doing a watch along for the final Saturday. Yep, I will be. FA Cup final watch along Saturday. So make sure you tune in for that. North London forever. I might have to figure out the words tonight. I'm telling you. I know I was saying the other day, I hadn't really taken to that song yet, but I might have to try and capture it a little bit. I can't lie, people. Right, let's talk about Gabriel Jesus. They say you should. We've got it now anyway. Jesus looks like he's on his way to Arsenal. Daily Jesus, we're calling it. The Lord's name, people. Never say the Lord's name in vain. Maybe we need saving. And Gabriel Jesus could be the one to save us now. This story's going from strength to strength. It really is. And I think this deal is going to happen. I've said it many times that I believe Gabriel Jesus will be an Arsenal player next season as long as we get Champions League football. Now, we've spoken about him a few times, and I think in general, most of the fan base would be happy with the signing. I've said before where I'm at with Jesus. Sign Jesus and a big striker, and I'm delighted with the signing. Because in a market where you don't get good value for strikers, I think picking up Gabriel Jesus for 30, 40 million is very good business. He's 25, he can press, he's got goals in him, his goals to starts ratio is decent. Arteta's worked with him, Edu's worked with him, makes sense. If you're signing him as your main striker and you give Eddie Nketiah a new contract and make him second choice, that worries me, because I think, like Ish is saying, I think we need a physical presence to play up front as well alongside Gabriel Jesus, because you need a plan B. How many times this season, earlier in the season, were Arsenal just spamming crosses into the box and no one can head the ball in for us? Now, Jesus is decent in the air, but let's face it, he's what, 5'8", 5'9"? I want to see a Nunes or someone like that coming in alongside him. But then you're talking about over £100 million just on strikers. We need midfielders, defenders. Are Arsenal going to go close to that 200 million mark? Now, this story today, people, it's all over the place today, so I'm sure many of you have seen it already. Arsenal have advanced in negotiations to sign Gabriel Jesus and are close to agreeing a fee with Manchester City, moving towards at least £50 million. Arsenal are favourites to sign Jesus due to his relationship with Edu. Edu was obviously the sporting director of the Brazilian national team. He's also obviously worked with Arteta, who was the assistant manager at Manchester City. And I think this deal in isolation is a good transfer. As I said, I think you've got to bring another striker in. And my worry is, I don't think Arsenal will sign another striker unless Eddie Nketiah goes elsewhere. So we'll have to see. Now, where this story does give me a little bit of panic, and the only thing I don't like about this story, I've read this full article, and obviously we don't know how gospel truth this is. They're saying Arsenal have offered 50 million euros, which, as I've put on the thumbnail, is around 43 million pounds. It's believed Manchester City are asking for 50 million pounds, which is about 56 million, 57 million euros. Now, I just think Edu, I'm sorry, this is where my problem is with Edu. And I'm not going to annihilate him here because this could be paper talk. Gabriel Jesus, with 1 year on his contract, in my opinion, is not worth 50 million pounds with a year. If he had 4 years left and he was in form, I would understand it. 50 million pounds for a striker that is out of contract in 12 months is not good business for Gabriel Jesus. Let me tell you that. That's us getting dealt with by Manchester City. Arteta should be getting mates rates. He was assistant manager for 3 years. Now, people saying therefore it was 50 million euros. So 50 million euros is what Arsenal are offering, according to reports. 50 million euros, 43 million pound. Manchester City want 50 million pounds for him. Is Gabriel Jesus worth 50 million pound with a year left on his contract? For me, we're getting bumped. They paid 25 million for him. He's got a year left. You shouldn't be getting 50 million for him. He's not that great. He is good. I would take him, but he ain't worth 50 million pound with 1 year left on his deal. So Edu, they're saying he wants to come to us due to his relationship with Edu. How come we're not getting him at a better price than that? When Arsenal have got players with a year left on their contract, we basically give them away for nothing. City trying to get 50 million. That's nearly what they've just paid for Haaland. They paid 60-something million for Haaland. We're turning up with 50 for Jesus with a year left. You need to start negotiating, Edu, and earn your wages, I tell you that. Nathan said between 35 and 40 million is calm with me. I agree with you there. Martin said we're literally going to cover the Haaland fee, which is ridiculous. Snake Eye City is trying to get what they paid for Haaland. Mukta said 30 to 35 is a reasonable amount. Nimbo said amateur Edu, 100%. E-Ross said, come on, see, I told you that English, German and Brazil tax is rubbish. This is just Arsenal getting bumped because we're not very good at negotiating. Jack, as I said, bro, Arsenal have offered 50 million euros. When you read the full story, it's saying Manchester City actually don't want to accept 50 million euros. They want 50 million pounds. According to the report when you read all of it. So for me, I think we're paying too much. Mates rates, T-Mobile settings. If you take into account the low wage, the deal is still good. I mean, he wants 150 grand a week as well. He's on 90 at the moment. Apparently, he wants 150. 150 grand, 50 million a week. I mean, 150 grand a week, 50 million is a little bit steep for a guy with a year left on his contract. He should be coming out for 35 million. Pep, come on, give Coney a discount. You know what I mean? The man put the cones out, filled up the water bottles for 3 years. You ain't even giving him a little discount, man. Do him a favour. You got Haaland coming in. You're asking for 50 million for Gabriel Jesus. Here is where Edu is a novice. I mean, listen, man like Michael Edwards got Thiago for 25 million. Do you know what I mean? Daryl said, most teams know you're desperate. That's the issue. And you're spot on. Every club in Europe, in world football, knows Arsenal need a striker. So if I'm Benfica, Darwin Núñez, and I'm thinking, you know what, I want 65, 70 million for him. Oh, Edu calls. Yeah, Edu, mate, you're going to have to make that 85 million still, because I know you've got money, and I know you're desperate, and I know you've got Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah, so you got to make that 85. This is all Man City are doing. They can see us coming. They want 30, 35. Yeah, it's Arsenal. Tell them it's 50. And that's all it is. It's business, people. Jack said, oh, my bad, didn't hear that part. Hey, big up, bro. Appreciate the super chat. 25 mil final price. Mohammed said it's expensive as his contract would expire. He is versatile, though. Could play him right, left, mid as well. Messi or Ronaldo, said Hussein. Listen, I mean, that question's horrible, innit? But I've always said that I felt Messi was the better footballer. I know we're going way off topic, but I'll just answer it quickly. I think what Ronaldo's achieved in his career is exceptional because he's gone to various leagues, and I think it's very difficult to move to a different country and adjust. So I hugely, hugely admire what Ronaldo has done. I think he's a phenomenon. But for me, I put Messi above him because Messi had the ability to run a game and also win a game. Ronaldo is a clutch goal scorer. You know, Messi can run games. He was dropping into midfield and playing ridiculous passes. So for me, I think you got to put Messi above Ronaldo. But you know, I respect Ronaldo highly. But Messi, I think, had more to his game than Ronnie. Don E said, big up the C unit. Couldn't get enough sleep. Biggest game for us in a stretch. Come on, you Gunners. Handle your business. Make Conte. Listen, not only could this get us Champions League, this potentially could... Conte might leave. You never know. Conte might look at it and go, you know what? No Champions League. Not going to have as much money to spend. PSG have rang my agent. He could get out of there. That could be him done. We could really put them down in the dumps with this. You know, we do have to concentrate on ourselves, but it would be nice to push them down a peg or two as well. Ben said, I respect Ronaldo, but Messi is just an alien. Listen, Messi's on a different planet for me. They've achieved similar in their career. You look at the Ballon d'Ors and all that. And of course you can say, look, Ronaldo done it in the Prem. And I do think that gives him a huge, you know, boost. But Messi, for me, was just... He was doing it. He was doing more. I think the eye test tells you everything. Let's just be honest. I think the eye test, when them two were at their best, I think you knew who the better player was. It was Lionel. He was like a real-life PlayStation character, you know. CR7 or R9, listen, MD, I will not accept that kind of slander in this chat. on a Thursday afternoon, right? CR7 is not R9, my friend. R9 is the GOAT in my eyes. But hey, that's a whole different conversation. See, look, you've destroyed the chat now with the whole Messi CR7. Messi is the GOAT, CR7 the GOAT of clutch. For me, Messi is clear, but I respect CR. Even a Man U fan, Bruno, said Messi is miles clear. Curtis is R9's number one fan. I can't lie. I'm a fanboy for R9. That was my favourite growing up. The original. I remember when man used to say, oh, Fat Ronaldo. I said, nah, man, you lot better have some manners about Fat Ronaldo. Just call him R9, man. Respect him. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's close to timeout levels, but it's Derby Day. And now that's sending me over the edge. He might need a timeout for that. I can't accept things like that. Coming in here, say, yeah, do you know what? What's his name? Budget Music. I'm giving you a 3-minute timeout. I won't accept that kind of slander. You can't come in this chat and say things like that. Go on the naughty step and consider your actions. Get on YouTube, type in R9 greatest moments for 3 minutes, and then we'll have a conversation. Latte, big up, bro. He said our number one transfer should be Michael Edwards. I mean, Newcastle are being linked with him. Newcastle. Because they got dough. And when you got dough at a football club, you need the right people to spend it. If Newcastle spend their money wrong, they'll end up like Everton, who've spent about 400 million and on the verge of getting relegated. Michael Edwards, we should be all over it. And Edu, you shouldn't be paying £50 million for Gabriel Jesus. Michael Murray, big up to the community. Welcome to the membership group. And look forward to seeing you maybe in some of the... when we're going to do another one? We'll do one after the last game of the season, next member stream. So big up Michael Murray. Messi at Barca, yeah, of course. Not Messi at PSG. He's retiring, isn't he? He's retiring. Right, yeah, first time. It's pure banter, people. I can't accept R9 slander. That sends me to a whole new level. But hey, right, let's continue. Anyway, a little bit more transfer news before we talk about the game tonight. And we're going to go into a bit more detail with the team lineup and things like that. So, Bologna's sporting director, Riccardo Bigon, will be in London tomorrow. This was obviously written last night. He'll be in London today to attend Arsenal's match with Tottenham. Afterwards, he will use the good opportunity to talk to Arsenal, a club they are on good terms with, about Aaron Hickey. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to do the football expert thing. When I know a player, I'll tell you I know him. This guy, I've never watched him live. Never. I've watched him on YouTube. I've watched some highlights of him just to get a bit of insight into how he plays. He actually reminds me a little bit of Kieran Tierney. He's 19. He's Scottish. He's not a Scottish international. Obviously, with Robertson and Tierney at left back, he can't get in the team. Now, for me, it's just a mere signing. It's okay. You know, it's he could be really good. He could be really good. They want 20 million euros for him. Obviously, we signed Tomiyasu from them last summer, so we've already got a good relationship. But I don't know much about this guy. People saying he's impressed. I mean, just to pull some of his stats up, I know very little about this guy. He's 19. He plays for Bologna. He played for Hearts in Scotland. I believe he's a Scottish under-21 player. He's played 34 games for Bologna in Serie A. 5 goals, 1 assist, 7 yellow cards, no reds. And listen, if anybody knows a lot about him, throw it in the chat. You know me, I don't cap. If I've seen the player, I'll tell you. I've not watched this guy play a live game ever. I've seen his highlights, watched him on YouTube. I've seen his card on FIFA, like Josh says. Santam said, with Tierney in the treatment room, Hickey has every chance to be in the team. South London's finally said it's a sensible signing, not a wow one. I hear you on that. PG said better than Tavares. I mean, PG, you're probably better than Tavares. I can't lie. Tomiyasu type signing, yeah. MD said it's impressive. A Scottish teen moved to Italy to improve. I respect that. I respect that because most of these young lads in Scotland, they'll stay there, try and go to Rangers or Celtic. He took a big risk going to Serie A, learning the language. He's only 19. And he's had his stats look impressive. 5 goals, 1 assist from left back. Apparently has been in the Scottish national team, some people are saying. The fact he can play with both feet and can defend, I would take him over your Ballon d'Or boy, Nuno. I can't lie, I got slightly carried away with Nuno when he started doing them marauding runs, but he blatantly can't defend, that's for sure. Sean said, smells like Edu's type of business, thought the signings was going up a level, and I hear you on that. If you're getting Champions League, this doesn't send out big Champions League messages, but the fact we probably need, like Hussein's saying there, a right back, left back, DM, two centre mid, striker, winger. You know, I would say a right back, a left back, two centre mids, two strikers and a winger. You're looking at £200 million. So you can't go for blockbuster signings in every position. So Aaron Hickey, I mean, listen, if he's flying in, he's coming for the bag. You know, he's probably thinking, listen, Bologna, not the best of teams in Serie A. It's an opportunity for them to make another 20 million like they did last year. And clubs like this survive off these deals, if we're being honest. I mean, Bologna are 13th. They're safe. They're not getting relegated. He's coming over to collect the bag. I'll take a Hickey. Hickey over Tavares is sensible. Chris said, Bologna's coach is good at developing and improving, worth the risk in my opinion. Are you concerned that with him being 19 and not having that much experience, that if Tierney is injured for another sustained period of time, is this, well, I'll say kid, but is he good enough to play for us if we're in the Champions League, to play maybe 20 Premier League games? Because we know that Tierney is an injury-prone player. Chalky said, see how do I become a member, bro? It should be on the main page next to the subscribe button. But as I always say, if you're on an Apple device, sometimes it doesn't show up. You'll have to go on a desktop version and do it there. I know sometimes you can click the three dots, can't you, and change it to desktop version, even on an Apple device. So you should be able to do it there. Dwayne said the big signings aren't always the best. I mean, yeah, you know, Robertson and people like that at Liverpool. Captain Sal, don't forget, Robertson from Hull. Wijnaldum did great. He came from Newcastle, who've been relegated. You know, it's about the right signing, not necessarily the big signing. We've seen many big signings, you know, flop at other clubs over the years. So, listen, it's about getting the right ones. But I do think Arsenal would like to see a couple of blockbuster signings this summer, if I'm being totally honest. Quick bit of news that a lot of people have just been telling me. Ornstein has tweeted about Raheem Sterling. And it looks like we're not interested in him. It says Raheem Sterling will discuss his future after the England camp in June. A new deal is possible, but only if he's central to Manchester City's plans. If the 21-year-old goes, he expects to join one of Europe's most decorated clubs. Tottenham and Arsenal are not currently in the frame. So, and I did see a story today linking in with Barcelona. So, maybe we are not in the race for Raheem Sterling. Listen, things can change. We get Champions League football. We sell Pepe. There's an opening. Maybe we go in for him. But the fact is, did I say 21-year-old? Oh, I'm going mad here, aren't I? 27. Hey, hey, big up Jack for becoming a member. I'm sure you've been a member before. So big up your damn self, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, why is Ornstein like dissing us? Don't do that. They drip feed this guy information. Man's going on Twitter sending shots at us, calling us small fries, bruv. Don't even mention us next to Tottenham. The disrespect's mad, people. The disrespect's mad. Man said Tottenham. Man said he wants to go to the most decorated clubs. Tottenham and Arsenal not currently in the frame. Why is he doing that? Yeah, as you say, Raheem Sterling, mate, I've never rated him. He runs like Daphne out of Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And, I've never rated him. Forget everything I've said on previous streams. It's shameless settings. Eddie Militao in the chat. Yo, what going on here? The man's going on like Cecil, fam. What happened to Cecil? Big C, I'm so nervous for the North London derby. I was so stressed. I couldn't do my uni work. Love as always. Hey, make sure they don't kick you out, I'm telling you. But big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself. Man said that's an insult to Daphne. Listen, I never wanted that fraud anyway, mate. I want Serge Gnabry. But yeah, we move, people. We move anyway. There's enough of the transfers. Curtis, have you seen Hazard's impression of Sterling running? Yeah, man. Bun him. Keep him. Europe's most decorated clubs. And warm to Ornstein. They better never give Ornstein no news. Let me tell you, throwing sly shots at us like that. Kenyan Guna said, this is how I put it, see, I've never believed in Arteta. If he wants to shut his doubters, he should win this game. If he wins this, I know millions of Arsenal fans will be Arteta in. Listen, and I'll say this. I've always had my doubts about Mikel Arteta. And I still have got doubts about Mikel Arteta. I'm going to be totally honest. But if Mikel Arteta gets Arsenal in the Champions League, and if he gets it tonight at Tottenham, I got to hold my hands up. I say, listen, on one hand, you were definitely lucky to keep your job as long as you have. A lot of clubs would have sacked him last season. But the club have stuck with him, they backed him, and if he gets fourth, he deserves a lot of respect. And he does deserve more time to see how far he can take this team. Because I've said many times, what Champions League football will do, it will expose Arteta, it will expose the team, and it will expose the Kroenkes. Because once you're in the Champions League, there's no hiding place. You're going to play against the best players in Europe, in the world. You're going to manage against the best managers. And your owners have no excuse for not throwing money at the club. Because we know how much the Champions League gives to the club. If we was in the Europa League, Arteta would say, I couldn't get the right signings. You know, we didn't have enough money. We didn't earn enough from Europa League. No, there's no excuses. So I'm desperate for us to be in the Champions League so we can say, right, is Arteta good enough? Are these players good enough? And is this Kroenke actually changing his philosophy, or is he still not good enough? So Champions League is needed for Arsenal. It's needed. I'm telling you, people. Don Arsenal said, Big C, it's my birthday today. Hope Arsenal don't disappoint me tonight. Listen, happy birthday, Don. Have a great day. And listen, whatever happens, don't let them spoil your birthday. Enjoy your birthday, man. What will be, will be. What can we do about it? All we can do is support, and that's it. We can't go on the pitch and take the chances ourselves. But yeah, like I'm saying, people, in terms of Champions League, it's a lot of people say things like, to give it balance, people say, well, you've had Champions League before and you didn't sign the best players. We didn't buy the best players because we couldn't. We decided not to. N'Golo Kante wanted to come to Arsenal ahead of Chelsea. We didn't want to pay the agent fee. Luis Suarez wanted to come to Arsenal from Liverpool. We didn't pay the 45-50 million. We put that stupid 40 million and a pound. Gonzalo Higuain wanted to come to Arsenal when he was at Madrid. We wouldn't pay the 30 million, and he went to Napoli. Champions League, all Champions League does is give you the platform. Champions League doesn't just fix your club. If Arsenal go into this market this summer and mess up because Edu isn't good enough at his job, we'll be back in the Europa League next summer. It just gives you the opportunity to open more doors, get better players. It's about what you do with that platform. And that's it. Champions League doesn't fix your club. It does give you an opportunity to get better players. It's about what you do with it. Sally saying, what should our goal be next season? For me, try and overtake Chelsea, who I think we are close to Chelsea. Try and overtake Chelsea. Bridge the gap to Manchester City and Liverpool. I still don't think we'll finish above either of those two teams next season. But bridge the gap. Don't finish 20 points behind them. Finish 9 points behind them. 7 points behind them. Bridge that gap. I mean, at the moment, we're 23 points behind Man City. That's far too much. Now, how they're bringing in Haaland, they might get further away from us. I would say get top 4, finish above Chelsea, bridge the gap to City and Liverpool to like 9-10 points and win a trophy and go far in the Champions League. I'm talking, I want to see us in a quarter-final. Because if Villarreal can reach a semi-final, if we do our due diligence in the summer, we should be able to go far. But if we don't, we'll get slapped up in the group stage. Rakesh said, after a long time, I enjoy watching Arsenal. Yeah, we're starting to enjoy it again. Arsenal lost 11 games this season. It's too many. It's way too many. In what I think has been quite a weak Premier League, apart from the top 2. Martinelli brace tonight, +1 from Saka, 3-1. I hope so. Babatunde, big up, bro, for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. Always supporting as well. I respect it. We should start knocking the door and closing the gap with the big two. Have to close the gap. Have to. But City with a striker, the gap might get even bigger from them. Big up South London's fight. We've got 2.4k in the chat. Amazing support. As always, massive day for Arsenal Football Club. Can we hit 1,000 likes? Make sure you subscribe as well. We want to get them numbers up. We're close to 45k and want to hit 50k sooner rather than later as well. Rowan said, hey, Big C, given my first opportunity to give a lecture at uni tomorrow, if we win, I'll do it wearing an Arsenal jersey. That's the one, man. That's the one. Proper. Pre-match therapy with right now, see, I'm telling you, there's so many different things that could happen tonight. It's like, on one hand, if we lose, it could be Arsenal therapy tomorrow at 2 and I'm pressing the panic button. If we draw, I'm confident going into the last 2. And if we win, we're having a party tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And I'm not exaggerating. We're actually having a celebration stream tomorrow. Cones, waffles, all sorts. So all 3 circumstances are very different outcomes. That's for sure, people. Earl said, big up Big C, just had to slap my manager in my meeting. He wouldn't let me come join the community. Listen, I'm sure something can happen, man. We'll do something. If you got a Will Smith him, you got a Will Smith him. I'm joking, by the way. But listen, people always say, like, people are saying he's scared of Tottenham. I say, I'm not scared of Tottenham. I'm scared of Arsenal. I'm scared of Arsenal because anything can happen. We can lose to Brighton. We can beat Chelsea. And there's no in between. Like, we're just anything can happen settings, people. So that's what's crazy. KDC said, Big C, but the owners are throwing money at the club and the finances back it. It all comes to recruitment. Listen, being a good owner, in my opinion, from what I've seen from being at a football club and on a lower level than the Prem, but what I've seen, being an owner and being successful is more than throwing money at the manager. It's about hiring the right people. It's about making sure people are doing their job. And it's about demanding the best from everyone. Yeah, the Kroenkes spent money last summer, but they still haven't shown enough ambition for what they've done over time. I would still ask the Kroenkes, why is Edu your transfer man when he has very little experience in world football? That would be my first question. You got an inexperienced manager and an inexperienced transfer guy. That's dangerous. Why not go and get Michael Edwards, who's going to pull out great transfers for Mikel Arteta? So I still got a lot of question marks over the Kroenkes. I really have. Dropping 150 last summer is not enough for me. I need to see 200 million this summer. And I need to see big signings. Great member stream yesterday. Get on the train, Curtis, bro. I'm telling you, get top 4 tonight. I'll be driving the train. Don't worry about that. Kano, please do a member stream tomorrow if we win. Big up, man. You came on and spoke really well on the stream. Listen, you never know. Emotional times if we win. I might do a 2-hour stream tomorrow and a member stream. Who knows? We'll see, people. We will see. Anonymous said, Curtis, I think we'll see the same formation we used against Chelsea and play 3 at the back. Right. Let's look ahead to the game. Let's look ahead to the game, people. Let's talk team lineups. Now, I know a lot of you have said in the comments, how should we set up? Should we play the 3 at the back? I'm giving you my point of view. I want to hear what you guys think. I would play 4 at the back. I would play 4 at the back. In fact, let's get a poll up. Wouldn't be a Curtis Shaw stream without a poll, would it? Let's get a poll up. Would you play 3 or 4 at the back? I would play 4. Because I think Tottenham... Would you play... What system would you play? There we go. What system would you play? Would you play tonight? Back 4 or a back 3? Or a back 3. Right. I'll give you my reasons. For me, I don't think we have the wing backs to play a back 3 against Tottenham. Who are you going to play left and right wing back? Tomiyasu, not a good wing back. Doesn't get forward well enough. Cedric, he's got a decent cross. I don't think he's dangerous running forward. Nuno Tavares, can't play him in this game, in my opinion. He's a loose cannon. So I don't think we have the wing backs. You could put Saka wing back, but then you're taking him out of the front 3. So for me, I'm sticking with what we've got. Now, I see some of you got different opinions. Some saying 4. Some saying you play a 3 at changing game. So for me, I'm playing the back 4. I'm playing the back. Saka and Martinelli wing backs. I don't think Martinelli wants to be defending like that. I really don't. So for me, Darren said 100% for at the back. I would go with this. So Ramsdale in goal. I think we can all agree with that. No one's going to bring Leno in. First change for me is Tomiyasu moves to right back. Played left back against Leeds to deal with Rafinha. Rafinha's Leeds' best player. I think that was a good idea. I think it worked. I am not leaving Son left wing against Cedric. I'm just not doing it. Cedric played all right at the weekend, to be fair. Martin's saying Tomiyasu, Gabriel, Holding, White. See, for me, I just don't think Ben White at right back against Son is wise. I think he'd get ripped. But he may go with that. It wouldn't surprise me. I would actually play Cedric at left back. Now, some of you will disagree with that, and I can understand why, because he is viewed as a weakness. I just think Tavares, you can't play him. Of course, you can't play Tavares. Some people saying play Tomiyasu left back, play Ben White right back. I think Ben White is too slow to play right back against Son. And he won't give us much going forward either because he's not a natural fullback. Gabriel will be the left centre-back. And throw your comments in. Let me know if you agree or disagree, people. Because I know a lot of people saying they wouldn't play Cedric. Cedric versus Kulusevski. Listen, we got to take an L somewhere. Somewhere in this back four, we're going to have a big weakness. That, you know, you could play Ben White right back, go Holding and Gabriel, and Tomiyasu left back. I understand that. I would still view Ben White as a weakness against Son in a full back position, and then Holding against Harry Kane. You know, Holding's done well, but he's not the answer long term. Let's be honest. For me, I would play Ben White centre back if he's 100% fit, and I mean 100%, not 90%, not 80%. 100% fit, he plays centre-back. Now, I know a lot of people will say Holding's played well, and he has done well, and he's earned his place. You look at the teams he played against, though, West Ham and Leeds, I think he's playing against a different level tonight, and it hurts me to compliment them lot, but you're playing against the best striker in the Premier League, whether we like it or not. Harry Kane is the best striker in the Premier League, and he's clever. He'll drop deep. He'll pull centre-backs away from the back four and he'll get into the penalty area. And obviously Son on the left wing is just lethal. 20 league goals this season without scoring a penalty. You have to find a way to nullify those two. If you stop Kane, you make Son's game much more difficult because he relies on Kane's service. They don't have a great deal of creativity outside of Harry Kane. Like I said, you're going to have one problem in this back four, no matter what back four you play. You take Cedric out, you can play Tomiyasu left back, play Ben White right back. But then Ben White, for me, gets dealt with by Son and Holding at centre-back. I think you play your best team. And I think Ben White-Gabriel's been our best centre-back partnership this season. So I think if he's 100% fit, you have to play him. You paid 50 million for him, so play him, in my opinion. Harrison said I'd start Holding over Ben White. I actually saw a debate on Twitter last night saying, is Rob Holding a better defender than Ben White? Maybe not an all-round player, but just pure defending. Because I still don't think Ben White is that great a defender for 50 million. But I would play Ben White next to Gabriel because I think those two have the strongest partnership. So that's what I would go with. Ben White on the right, Tammy on the left, said Michael. Every time I've seen Ben White, not every time, but a lot of the times I've seen Ben White isolated against quick players, he gets dealt with. I remember Jota had him, he was twerking at Anfield. I think if Son got Ben White one-on-one in that right-back position, I think he would end him. I think he would actually end him. And I just wouldn't like to see it. I think at least you've got two natural fullbacks in fullback positions. Big up my bro Hakeem. He said Tommy White, Gabriel, Saka. Bring Smith Rowe and Martinelli on the wings. And I hear you because Saka's probably a better left-back than Cedric, but he's not going to do it. He's just not. He's so pivotal in our attack. He just wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. So, yeah, I hear you, though. I hear you. But he wouldn't. Ben White on the right. A lot of people saying him on the right. Litmus test for our back four. Anyway, the midfield I think we can all agree with. It's the Chuckle Brothers, people. To me, to you settings. Who would have thought I would actually be sitting here happy to see this midfield? I mean, I've probably wanted these two at the club for at least 2 or 3 years. Both of them, by the way. But the Chuckle Brothers right now are actually our best midfield partnership. Let me tell you 2 things about these 2 guys tonight, by the way. I'm going to say 2 things. This brother right here, Granite. You're number one. I'm giving him instructions tonight. Mikel, I'll do your job for you. Granit Xhaka, from me and everybody in the footballing community of Arsenal. Your job tonight is do not get sent off. Do not get sent off. Don't give no penalties away. Don't do anything stupid. Because let me tell you now, Xhaka puts a bad challenge on Son, on Kane, on Kulusevski, on any of them. They're going to roll around the floor. They're going to surround the ref. They're going to try and get him booked. And we know with Granit, he gets caught up. He gets emotional. I remember him giving a penalty away in a North London derby at the Emirates once. Out of nowhere, just clattered someone. He needs to not play on emotion tonight. You've been giving all these interviews, all this chat. Prove yourself tonight. Jose said, a win and I'll have Chuckle Brothers on my shirt. Yeah, they'll get a green screen at some stage if we win tonight. Xhaka, stay on the damn pitch. Don't get sent off. Nah. Tell me, it's not harsh. These are the times sometimes Granit does his craziest things. Granit, stay on the damn pitch. Don't clatter no one. Don't moan at the ref. Just keep it moving. Yeah, Ramsdale, don't drink 3 Red Bulls tonight either. Don't get too hyped. So, Granit, stay on the damn pitch. Don't get booked, right? Now let me talk to Mohamed El-Neni. Mohamed El-Neni, for me, has one of the biggest jobs in the Arsenal team tonight, in my opinion. He will be the one who sits. Harry Kane will drop into these positions here, and I think El-Neni needs to drop and get in front of Harry Kane. When Kane comes short for the ball and turns, he needs El-Neni right in front of him, nicking the ball off him. Don't just sit there and allow him to play between the lines because he'll drop. Centre-backs won't want to come out with Kane. El-Neni's got to drop that 10 yards, stop Kane from turning and spraying them passes in between this area here where Son and then Kulusevski here will try and get onto it. Massive job for him tonight. Needs to be disciplined. Needs to just nick the ball off him. Don't let him drop. Force him to stay high up the pitch. Number 10 role, it's going to be Martin Odegaard. He'll be captain. This, for me, is an absolute pivotal. When I say pivotal game for Martin Odegaard. You can't go missing. We need you on the ball. He's got to be Arsenal's bravest player on the ball tonight. He's got to be our bravest player. We need him on the ball. Now, one thing. Tottenham play 3-4-3. They only play with 2 centre midfielders. Their 2 centre midfielders will be Højbjerg and Bentancur. We've got a 3-man midfield. Sometimes Kane drops in and helps. But at times, we're going to be 2 against 3. We're going to have the 3rd midfielder. This is how you overcome their system. Odegaard gets here between the lines. They would have their 2 centre mids, Højbjerg and Bentancur. And he gets in these little pockets. Makes himself difficult to pick up. I want to see him shoot tonight. I want to see him get on the ball. Little through balls. He is pivotal. When he's good, we look 10 times better. When he's bad, we're almost down to 10 men because he goes missing. He has to get on the ball. He's been good this season. I'll give him his due. He has to demand the ball. Don't hide in the atmosphere. Don't worry about all the noise. Get on the ball. He's going to get space. It's about getting the ball to him. He has to make things happen tonight. Martin Odegaard will be pivotal. If we win this game, I guarantee he plays well. He's going to be pivotal. If he doesn't turn up, we're going to have problems because he's our extra man in midfield. So he has to damage that Tottenham midfield. The front 3, Bukayo on the right. I mean, listen, they're going to double up on him. Again, Reguilon's out for the season, who's been Tottenham's left wing back. They've got Ryan Sessegnon playing left wing back. I don't rate him. I think he's average. I don't think he's a great defender. Saka needs to rip him apart tonight. Saka needs to rip Sessegnon apart. He's average. He's not as good as Saka. They're going to probably double up. Ben Davies plays left of their three. He will come across as well. If he gets one-on-one with this brother Sessegnon, you need to destroy him. And people saying he did play well against Salah, but it doesn't mean he's a great player. Emerson Royale, Chicken Royale played well against Diaz, but we all know he's as useful as that burger out of Burger King. So he needs to get ripped apart as well. He said, back five, Cedric Tomiyasu, right centre-back, Holding, Gabriel Tavares. I mean, I just can't play Tavares in a game like this. He's a loose cannon. Big up for the super chat, bro. The Odegaard-Saka connection must be 5G. It needs perfect, communication levels from them two for sure. Sessegnon played well against Liverpool. One-off game. He ain't going to play well tonight. He ain't going to feel this kind of pressure either. This is a bigger pressure game for them and us than that game for them against Liverpool. They was expected to lose against Liverpool. Their fans expect them to win tonight. So this will probably be a harder game. Or more pressure game. Yeah, one-off, man. Sessegnon's bang average. Let's be real. Saka's going to be pivotal. Not only when he gets the ball, because they'll double up on him and create space for others. Now, left-hand side for me, I'm going for Gabriel Martinelli. I've seen a lot of people doing previews and stuff saying play Smith Rowe. And I understand why. Smith Rowe scored in the North London derby at home. Smith Rowe seems to keep the ball a little bit better. And Smith Rowe also seems to finish his chances better than Martinelli. I may be a bit biased here. I love Martinelli. He's probably my favourite Arsenal player. He's been called up to the Brazil squad again. And I think his direct style of play will put Chicken Royale, Emerson Royale, on the back foot. Because he's quick, he's direct. When you play with wing-backs, what you don't want when you're playing wing-back is a quick winger to get the ball and you have to run backwards. I would save Smith Rowe for the bench. You got Smith Rowe, Pepe, Lacazette, players that can come on. I would play Martinelli. I thought he had a really good game against Leeds. He should have scored, but he did get the assist. He got an assist the week before against West Ham, although he didn't play that well in that game. I would play Martinelli. I'm going to put this out in a poll. 70% of you going with the back four rather than the back three. My next poll is, who would you play left wing? Who starts left wing or left midfield, left forward, whatever you want to call it? Martinelli or Smith Rowe? That's the next one, because this does seem to be a debate. I've seen on different channels some people saying Smith Rowe because he's a better finisher, he looks after the ball better. Some people saying Martinelli for the pace, the direct running. I just think I would play Martinelli because I think he will be more dangerous and threatening to Emerson Royale, who I do not rate. And I would save Smith Rowe off the bench. So I want to see your thoughts on that. Snake Eye said, Big C, I'm not worried about the lot down the road and the toilet stadium. I'm just worried about one thing, the Conte influence. I hear you, top manager. Nick with a super sticker. I appreciate that, Nick. Thank you very much for your support. Dre, big up yourself, bro. Said Martinelli for me. Agreed, in my opinion. Be Kind, Go Vegan said Martinelli. Aaron saying ESR. Mr. AJ said Martinelli, so direct. If Tavares starts, Smith Rowe starts, Tavares can't start. He just can't, man. The game's it's too big. Mike said ESR for me. Hairland, blood boiling to get historical at White Hart Lane. I hear you. Karen said top four, our eyes on you. Smith Rowe, super sub, said the Reaper. Tucky said, honestly, I think Spurs win. They need it more. I just want us to win, said Faith. KDC said, Martinelli has 2 assists in the last few games. I think he's better at the number 9 role. We just haven't seen him in that role, have we? I would have liked to have seen it. And then, I mean, you just never expect me to be doing this, do you? If you'd have told me at the start of the season, North London derby to get top 4, I'm putting Eddie and Ketia up front and El Neni and Xhaka in midfield, I'd have said, is it April Fool's Day? But we are where we are, and it is what it is. Eddie, you've been doing well. This is where you need to prove yourself, you know. This is where you need to prove yourself. Somebody put a great message in the chat yesterday, right? Somebody said, as much as I've been critical of Eddie, someone was like, look, you do have to take into account that he's 22? And he hasn't played a lot of football. Maybe there is still a decent player in there. I mean, 22 is not young in football nowadays. That's my problem. And I just think Eddie is... My biggest problem with Eddie is he's underdeveloped. He hasn't played enough football. And that's why I think at the moment he's not Arsenal standard. I still think if I was Eddie Nketiah's agent, I'd be saying, let's go West Ham or somewhere and play every week and really develop your game. I don't think he's played enough first-team football to be a regular striker at Arsenal. However, we are where we are right now. People saying he's Welbeck 2.0. It may be that, press from the front and give us that energy. He will give people like Eric Dyer a tough time just for the... Man said 5 stages of grief acceptance. Maybe that's where we're at. Maybe we're so desperate for a decent striker that Eddie's starting to morph into a good striker in my eyes. But he will make life difficult for Eric Dyer. I think Eric Dyer enjoyed what was happening at Liverpool. They just spammed high crosses in. He won every header. We won't play like that. We need to move the ball on the floor, move them around, make life difficult. Just before I finish off, tactically, Spurs play 3-4-3. Where they're going to cause problems to us is in wide areas. Because what happens, they'll get, say for example, Sessegnon playing left wing back, and they'll get Son. They'll have 2 players on that left-hand side, which then forces Saka to come all the way back to help Tomiyasu. And obviously the same on the other side, Kulusevski and Emerson Royale. They'll also have 3 centre-backs at the back, which is a lot for Nketiah to cope with. Where we get the better of them, as I said, they have a 4-man midfield, 2 wingers, 2 centre-mids. So where we can hurt them, Saka needs to push Sessegnon backwards. Martinelli, push Chicken Royale backwards, because the centre-backs don't want to get pulled out into wide areas where they end up becoming fullbacks. That's when space frees up for Eddie. That's when Odegaard drifts around here against 2 centre-mids. Their 2 centre-mids will be up against ours. Odegaard drifts between the lines, gets in the pockets and gets on the ball. That's what I'm hoping. That's what we're all hoping for. We know football doesn't always work like that, but that's what we're hoping for. Now, what is interesting, from what I'm reading, I mean, Arsenal have put pictures out, I believe, and someone messaged me, I don't know how true this is, saying that Ben White isn't in any of the pictures from training. I think that was yesterday's training session. If he didn't train with the team yesterday, I would say he's maybe not fit enough to play. Unless they're just playing it smart, which mind games again, maybe they're just not showing you the pictures so Tottenham don't think that he's playing. If Ben White isn't 100% fit, I would not play him. I would not play him. Even if he's 95% fit, I wouldn't play him. You have to be 100% fit for this game, in my opinion. It's too big. It's too big. But if he's 100% fit, then I would play him. Somebody said Saka wasn't in the photos either. I think Saka will play. I think they're playing mind games with Saka. I don't think Saka is injured. But I hope not. Imagine if Pepe starts out wide. But I can't see it. So that's the team I would go for. That's how I would line up. It's a massive game. It's the biggest game in a long, long time for Arsenal. Make no mistake about it. Let me end this poll. 84% of you saying you would start Gabriel Martinelli. 16% would go with Emile Smith-Rowe. I think that is pretty damning who you would go with, people. And as I've said, just overall, I'll get into some of your comments. Champions League. Champions League, like I said, doesn't fix Arsenal. We don't become a great team the moment we get Champions League. All it does is give us the opportunity to push this club forward maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. What would happen in the Europa League? Like I said, people are saying we never bought big players when we was in the Champions League. That wasn't because we couldn't get them. That was because we refused to pay what these guys were worth. We should have signed Luis Suarez. We would have won the title. We should have signed N'Golo Kante, who was one of the best DMs in world football, if not the best. We could have signed top players. We refused and we were tight with money. That was the problem. This is a new management. This is a new sporting director. This is apparently the Kroenkes with a different attitude. Now they own the club outright. We'll find out. As I said earlier in the stream, Champions League will expose everything at this football club. Arteta, the players and the owners. Because the owner will have no excuse to not spend big money, because we know how much money the Champions League brings you in. So they'll have no hiding space. So I want this to happen so we know what we're really about. At the moment, I think Arsenal fans, we don't really know how good we are. That's the interesting thing. We're in the top four, but a lot of people say, well, you're only in the top four because Man United have struggled, you know? An interesting thing here, just before we start rounding up, was The Athletic put this out. This is the merit payments for the Premier League, just for the people who like their financial bits. This is how much you're awarded depending on your league position in the Premier League. So, for example, if Arsenal finish fourth, you get £37.4 million compared to eighth, where we finished last year, where you get £28.6 million. So you're talking about an additional £9 million from the Premier League. If you get to the group stage of the Champions League, it's believed with the TV rights and everything, you get about £50 million, £50 to £40 million. We're getting £12 million from the Amazon documentary. All of a sudden, they've got no excuse, the Kroenkes. 37 million for finishing fourth, 12 million from Amazon, that's 49 million, and then 50 million from the Champions League. You're talking 100 million. That's without your shirt sales, your sponsorships, your season ticket sales. They would have no excuse not to go and spend 150 to 200 million. Simple as that, you know. So this is what I'm saying, that top four will expose everyone at the football club, and that needs to happen. Then we'll find out if they're really about that life, the Kroenkes. Let's get into some of your comments. People, we've got nearly 3,000 people in the chat. Unbelievable. Unbelievable support. Massive day. Like I said, I'll be live from 5 to 7. So we'll have 50 minutes build up to the game. I would have gone live an hour before the game, but I have to quickly edit the team lineups that come out an hour before, so I just quickly throw them up, and then we'll get into it. In fact, there's a bit of breaking news. Someone just said Fabrizio's tweeted about Arsenal. Let's get that up. Marseille coach Jorge Sampaoli on William Saliba deal with Arsenal. He said, I hope that there is a possibility for us to keep a player like him who knows the team. I don't know if it depends on Marseille, William or Arsenal. I don't know the possibilities in this case. So there you go. Fabrizio putting up something from Jorge Sampaoli. They obviously want to keep him. And listen, man, just tell him no. Arteta, just make that phone call, man. Tell him he can't have him. It's interesting that Saliba did an interview, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and saying he hasn't been told what's happening yet. And the Marseille coach also saying, we haven't spoken to them yet. You would have thought that we would have had that conversation by now. They must get a bonus from Adidas if we get top four. Yeah, listen, your sponsorship numbers go up as well. You know, a £30 million deal, Champions League, all right, I need 45 million. You know, so everything changes. 3K in the chat, only 670 likes, people. Come on, we got it at 1,500, surely. It's Arsenal against Tottenham for the Champions League. Surely we get 50% success rate on the like button, people. And make sure you subscribe as well. Let's get them numbers up. Let's hit 45k tonight. Make sure you join me tonight for what I believe will be the biggest watch-along that has been on this channel ever. It's going to be scenes. Fit said, loving your positive vibes, Big C. Hope they don't let us down, but facts don't lie. And you're right. Listen, the facts are, we haven't beaten Tottenham since 2015 at their home ground. So they're favourites. Let's just keep it 100. They're favourites. But we know that Spursy is a real thing. And Spursy is when Spurs are under the most pressure. They bottle it. That's why they haven't won a trophy for about 15 years. Yeah, that's why. Now they're under pressure. They need to win this game more than we need to win this game. If we draw this game, we keep it moving. Newcastle and Everton, 1-win, Champions League, cool, we keep it moving. You offer me a point tonight, I take it. Yeah? We lock it off, draw 1-1, see you on Monday at Newcastle. Their season's done, Tottenham, in my opinion. Listen, as a fan and the way I feel, I want us to go there and beat them. I want us to go there, beat them 2-3-1 or 3-0, end the season for them tonight. But it's going to be difficult. They're under more pressure than us. They're going to come out the traps flying. They're going to make a whole heap of noise. They're going to try and put us under pressure. Our team need to handle the pressure tonight. Winning this game tonight is as much about what goes on in their mind as much as what they do on the floor with the ball. Keep your heads. Granite. Keep your head. Don't put silly fouls in. Don't argue with refs. Gabriel, you don't need to wrestle. You don't need to win every ball. You don't need to clatter Harry Kane the first time he's there. Harry Kane dives. We know that. Son dives. They'll get around the ref. First bad tackle Granit Xhaka puts in. Players going to roll all over the floor. They're going to surround the ref and try and get him booked because they know he's a hot potato. He's a ticking time bomb. Keep your heads. Make sure you do not concede in the first 15 minutes. Their crowd will then quieten down. Their crowd will get edgy. Anybody who watched Tottenham against Brighton the other week, Brighton played that game to a T. They shut them out first 15. They had a three-man midfield like we did. They got the extra man in midfield and they started dominating. Then they hit them on the break. Tottenham, because they were committing, they left spacers. They got their goal. They won the game. Basuma bossed it, as you said there, Ish. Bossed it. We need people to turn up tonight. We need a hero. We're looking for a hero. Enrique Iglesias settings. I can be your hero, baby. We need that, people. I'm telling you. We need Enrique Iglesias settings tonight. Martinelli, Saka. We need a hero, people. You can't go on any other stream on a Thursday afternoon at 3:20. A man singing Enrique Iglesias. You just can't get that. I just don't believe you can get that anywhere else. But it is what it is, people. AFC protagonist said, those bonuses pay for Jesus before we even open the checkbook. We need this win to take the next step in building a UEFA Champions League worthy team. 2 years we challenge. Yeah, listen, the bonuses will make a lot of money for us. Man said, Curtis with the voice. Listen, I ain't going to win X Factor or American Idol, but you know what I mean? We're all good singers in our own mind. Don't ruin my headphones. Yo, look after them Dre beats, man. I'm not trying to mash them up still. I can't lie. Sing it. Come on, man. Yo, tonight's... I fear for a lot of things tonight. If we win, it's going to be wild. If we lose, it's going to be a meltdown. But it is what it is. You'll never walk alone. Yeah, I'll never sing that again. They let us down. That's them done. Jimmy Corkill FC, Brookside. Steven Gerrard, they let us down, man. Brighton have a better manager, said Fitz. Graham Potter settings. Big C, you should be the coach. Big inspirator. Inspirator? Is that a real word? I'll go along with it. Curtis for the win. Quality entertainment. Tucky said, I always want these things wrapped up ASAP. Win tonight. Don't let it come down to Newcastle. And because you just don't know. Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm going to add two sides to the argument. If we lose to Tottenham tonight, and I'm sorry to even have this conversation, if we get beat to Tottenham tonight, I'm smashing the alarm. The panic button's getting pressed. If we have to go to Newcastle, Monday Night Football, St. Maximum with a Gucci headband, I'm pressing the panic button. I'm a nervous wreck. I think we're hanging on by our fingertips. That's when I won't trust this team and the manager. So for me, just please, don't lose. Even if we got to take a draw. But I want us to just win the game and get it over with. I want to be at Newcastle on Monday. I want to see the fans just partying because we're already in the Champions League. I don't even want us to have to win. In fact, I want us to go there saying, you know what, let's try and catch Chelsea. That's what I want. But boy, I'm telling you, so much is going to change tonight one way or another. That's all I know, people. That is all I know. We've got to turn that pressure and put it back on them. They're going to come at us. If they don't score and they're not playing well, turn that pressure and put it back on them. Quiet down their fans. Beat them. Get the Champions League. End their season. Make Conte want to leave and go PSG. Make Harry Kane wish that it was him that was signing for Man City, not Erling Haaland. I want to see that whole thing collapse. But more than anything, I want to see Arsenal show that pride and passion tonight. That's what we need. That badge, that cannon. Them cannons need to be firing at them chickens tonight. Go and cook that Nando's, people. I'm telling you. I'm out of here. An hour and 3 minutes. 3,000 of you in the chat. Unbelievable numbers. Subscribe. Lick down the like button. 6:55 p.m. tonight. Biggest watch along ever on this channel, in my opinion. Biggest ever. It's going to be scenes. Enjoy the rest of your day, whether you're working, studying, chilling, relax. It's the calm before the storm settings, people, because tonight's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Fran and Laurie, I believe, are coming on after as well, so we're going to have a long stream. I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about. Hope to see all of you in the comments. Enjoy the rest of your day. Biggest game in years tonight. Arsenal against Tottenham for a place in the Champions League. Enjoy the rest of your day. Fireworks begin tonight, people. Take care, everyone. Bless.